What's going on, Bulls Nation? And welcome in to the CHGO Bulls pregame presented to you by DraftKings.
He's the GOAT. I know him. And I know this guy, too. I'll do it. What up, y'all? CHGO Bulls pregame. What's going on? It's Big Dave. Follow me at Bow Sports. Follow that man, Will Gottlieb at Will. Is it Will underscore Gottlieb? Will underscore Gottlieb. And follow this man here at Bulls underscore Peck. We got Joey on the ones and twos back there. What's up with you, Joey? You doing well?
Doing well.
It is pregame time, man, for the Chicago Bulls. Everybody is excited that the Bulls are starting back. I'm happy the Bulls are back. Will's happy the Bulls are back. But the people they want to hear from is this man over here with this beverage in his hand. Yes, Joey, it is Meathead Hours time, man. Damn it. It's Meathead Hours. I'm excited to be here. I'm happy to be here, but it ain't about me right now. It's not about me. It's about this man over here because we got the news about Zach LaVine today. It fucking sucks.
Okay, you know what, though? Before we get to the bad news, can we talk about the awesome news of today?
Which is?
I mean, I need my beer either way.
Yes, you do.
But let's talk about the awesome news.
Which is, say it. Say it.
At 9 a.m. Chicago time, this very morning,
yes,
we told y'all out there in Bulls Nation that we have a new member of our CHGO family.
True.
And it's none other than Bulls starting point guard Ayo Dosunmu. What?
It's going down, baby.
What?
It's going down.
We were sitting in these very chairs.
Right here.
And then he just happened to walk by.
Yeah.
And Big Dave, you were like, hey, I should ask Ayo if he wants to do some CHGO Bulls shows with us.
Exactly how it happened.
And I was like, good luck.
Yeah.
And then he said, yeah.
Yeah. Just like that. And then he said, yeah. And so now he's going to be on with us, man. He's going to be doing some post-game stuff with us. He's going to be in studio with us. He's going to be joining the Zoom. And
exclusive interviews with our guy, Will to Go Gottlieb.
This guy. They're going to play pig. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying that. I don't know if it's true or
I'm
not.
just hoping that.
I'm just hoping that, yes.
Man,
but it's going to be so much fun.
Can we get DraftKings to have some odds up for that game of pig?
I might take the GOAT, man. I've seen this form.
GOAT plus 10,000 to win that game of pig.
I've seen the form.
All right with you, Will.
I need better odds, man.
All right with
you. Not good enough.
But that's exciting, man. It was a really cool day. They had a nice photo shoot and everything, man. And yeah,
on the roof, we had a drone flying around.
There was a drone involved.
A drone was involved, man. And shout out to his parents, man. His parents are absolutely awesome, man. Really cool, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Morgan Park also. Shout out Morgan Park.
I mean, like that. As far as first impressions go, I mean, you know, you've been chatting with Ayo between the tail end of last season's practices and post games and stuff, and then throughout training camp, but that was the first time you and I got to meet Ayo, Dave.
Yes.
And the fact that he showed up to do sort of like a PR kind of film and photo shoot with a new company of people.
Yeah.
And he's an NBA player. You would think maybe he shows up with an agent.
Yeah.
Maybe he shows up with an entourage. No, he shows up with mom and dad.
Yes.
Like, not to blow your cover, Ayo, but that was like the sweetest thing in the world.
That was the coolest shit ever. Like, who else you want to show up with?
Right?
Like, show up with your parents, man.
If I were 22 years old, I would probably do the same thing.
Yeah, man.
I'd be like, Mom, Dad, can you come with me?
One of us.
One of us. One of us.
Who else you gonna trust more in this world, man? That's awesome, man. But no, he was really cool, man. And it was just great talking to him and, you know, filling him out and getting to know him a little bit. And yeah, I just can't wait to see, you know, more of this, like when he comes on, because we got so many more questions, man. And Will's got so many more things he's going to do with him. So it's just cool, man. It was just really cool, really fun time. And I'm glad you all know this now because it was killing me holding this inside. I would get on this show and I would be like, in my head, I would say, don't say shit about Ayo. Don't say shit about Ayo. And it was hard.
I think at one point somebody like in the comments said you guys should like have Ayo on the show, and I was like, but seriously, like this has been in the works for months, and like Jake, Kevin, Casey, Brandon, who else am I forgetting? Like Lawrence, Joe, everybody put so much work in to make this happen. It's been really cool. I'm very excited about.
Amazing, man.
And I mean, it is a quite literally perfect fit because hopefully what we're will continue to do is establish these sort of friendly-like relationships with Chicago athletes across the city.
Yeah.
Like our DNVR Nuggets crew have been tight with Bones Highland
Shout
from
out.
last season coming into this season,
Yeah.
doing a similar thing over there. But, like, the fact that Ayo is from Chicago, it's not just the same as it would be having this kind of relationship, working relationship, and hopefully building a friendship with any person out there wearing a Bulls jersey on game night.
Yeah.
The fact that it's Ayo makes me so freaking happy.
Yeah, it adds a different kind of element to it because you can have certain conversations with him that you can't have with somebody who isn't from here. And in certain things he will understand immediately when you throw it at him. So, yeah, it's just exciting, man. It's an exciting time. His first game of the season time. He's a starting point guard, you know what I'm saying, of the team. It's just really cool and exciting, man. And he couldn't be more deserving of the success and the things that he's getting. And I can't believe he gets to do it with us.
And I think it's really cool for him too, because like you said, I mean, we've said it a million times. From Chicago, starting point guard for the Chicago Bulls. Went to U of I. Like when you ever go to a Bulls game, they announce him fourth in the starting lineup, and he always gets the loudest cheers.
Yes, he does.
People love him, and I think it's a cool opportunity for him to show his personality a little bit and get to know, let the fans get to know who he is a little bit. So I think it's going to be really cool.
It's going to be fun, man.
AK in the comments. Shout out to everybody hanging out with us already in the comments saying Ayo clearly respects Rose more than Jimmy. Oh, shots fired at Will the Goat on that one. Harmonator saying, I couldn't be more proud of Ayo out there repping the city and how they play. Cody, shout out our guy Cody from CHGO Cubs and CHGO Bets saying, we are now all obligated to take all of the Ayo over bets. I do have one in for tonight as well on DraftKings. I took Ayo's over on points and assists combined, which was at 14.5.
Okay.
Especially without Zach LaVine tonight, I feel like 14.5 points and assists combined for Ayo, very, very gettable.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, took the over on points or rebounds for Vooch tonight because give me a big Vooch night.
Yo, and shout out to Cody, man, because as soon as the news hit, that man, as soon as that news hit, bro.
Huge Illini fan, our guy Cody.
Yes.
And it was funny because, we started to just like hold on to all this cool footage and pictures and stuff that we got from Ayo coming by our studio last week to do all this promotional stuff. And then before he was making his way out, he was gracious enough to take some selfies with some of the other people around the office.
Yeah.
None more excited than our guy Cody.
But he made a point not to be the first one to ask.
He did. And
you have to credit him for.
And I asked for him. Like, I saw him standing over there just waiting. And I was like, Cody, no, come here. Ayo, he went to the line. And when Ayo heard, he went to the line. He's like, oh, what's up, man? Hey, how you doing? That's your people. So it was a great moment for him, man. That smile is genuine on Cody's face, man. Ear to ear, bro. Happy for that young man. Happy for him.
I like how Colin's already putting his questions for Ayo into the comments that we can then relay. He's saying, my first question for Ayo is, are you going to sign a contract extension with the Bulls? Let's hope so.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Phil saying, huge W getting Ayo to the CHGO fam. Thank you, Phil.
Yeah.
Juan, good job getting Ayo on the podcast, guys. I mean, we're just as excited for our fellow Bulls fans to get this kind of access to a player like Ayo as we are admittedly geeked ourselves.
Yeah, like everybody knows we're fans. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, that's what we are. Well, at least me and Matt. This is the professional over here. But it's fan-ish. Professional-ish? Is that? No, you professional. You the
somewhere. I'm somewhere.
Go talk, man. Go talk. But yeah, this is what we do. You know what I'm saying? We're fans. We're excited about the team. So just being around somebody on the team, and again, who is the starting point guard of the Chicago Bulls and being from Chicago, and we get to talk to him, you know what I mean, and ask him questions and pick his brain a little bit, you know what I'm saying, about certain schemes and certain things that happen within the game. And I can't wait for that game where he has that big game and he gets to come on here, you know what I mean, and have that conversation with us, man. Like, I'm looking forward to all of it, bro. I really am. I'm looking forward to all of it. I can't wait.
Good. Drew in the comments, how concerned are you with Zach LaVine's injury?
Let's do it.
Hold that thought. We will get there. Real quick shout out to our friends at DraftKings. NBA fans, the wait is over. Basketball is back. So tip off the season with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, and our new betting partner here at CHGO. New customers can make any $5 NBA moneyline bet and get $200 in free bets if your team wins.
Yeah.
Check this out. In addition to the usual bets, everyone can boost their winnings up to 100% with DraftKings stepped up same game parlays. You know, I got my same game parlay in for this Bulls Heat game coming up.
You
know I did.
Got it ready.
Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app, opt in, and place a stepped up same game parlay bet today with payouts bigger than ever. DraftKings Sportsbook is where I go to bet on the game. So right now, what you should do is download that DraftKings Sportsbook app, use promo code CHGO, make any $5 bet this week, and get $200 in free bets if your team wins.
How much?
$200.
It's a lot of money.
For a $5 money line bet. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook with promo code CHGO. Boom, there it is.
Boom goes the dynamite.
Speaking of boom goes the dynamite,
I
am just, rattling around in my head different ways to put myself out of my misery tonight.
Whoa, okay. Told you, that's gloom.
I am in a dark place right now, you guys. I am in a dark place.
Man.
FYI,
That's darker than gloom.
Caruso starting in place of LaVine tonight.
Okay.
So there's that.
All right. Thank you. I sure was wondering.
Schwo,
surprises me
thank
a
you
little
for the super chat. Schwo wondering if we have clocked in yet. Well, hold on. I really hope that wasn't what I think it might have been, which was a joke in reference to he who must not be named. Don't make Dave go get.
I will go get it. Joey will be on the sound effect, ready to go. Do not do this to yourself.
We don't need a neuralizer kind of moment because we're already dealing with enough right now.
You got a drinkalizer kind of moment. That's what you got to do, man.
My God, thank you for reminding me.
No, I'm not going to stop you, man. I'm not going to stop you. It's tough news, man. It's tough news, bro.
I'm going to need another one of these.
Yeah, I'm
sure
you'll have it.
AK says he needs the peck anger meter. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Guys, okay, so in case you were under a rock, Joey, do we have the official tweets from Shams Charania that came out around 11 a.m. Chicago time today? Basically, what they said, thank you, Zach LaVine will not play in tonight's game against the Heat. Zach LaVine may also miss Friday's game versus the Wizards with the likelihood that the two-time All-Star makes his season debut in Saturday's home opener versus Cleveland. Will, what the hell?
Okay, so
Hell!
Zach the way media availability at practice works is like every day there's practice and there's shoot around. Shoot around is on game days, and on shoot arounds, Billy does not talk. You get like maybe one player.
Yeah.
On practices, Billy talks, and then one or two players will come up. And so on Friday, they had practice. We heard from Billy, and I think it was a smaller group, but it must have been KC who asked him like if everybody participated, if everybody's healthy, blah, blah, blah. And he said, yep, everyone was healthy. Actually, I shouldn't say that. Javante had a hip pointer. He bumped hips with somebody. They held him out for precautionary reasons, and doesn't seem like it's a big thing. Then we had Zach. And the first thing Casey asked him was, like, what's the maintenance looking like on your knee this year? Obviously, you just had the surgery. It was lingering last year. And, I mean, you had a surgery. Like, there's going to need to be maintenance. He said, as he said before, he didn't really play 5-on-5 before training camp. He's using this time to ramp up. And the main thing is I'm feeling good right now. I'm feeling healthy. So that was Friday.
Yeah.
Yesterday, Tuesday, we got he is questionable with, what was it? Like injury maintenance?
Injury management.
Left knee
Injury management.
Yes.
So like there's a Saturday to Tuesday period of time.
Yeah.
And we also spoke to them on Monday and Tuesday, and there was no news of an injury. So it feels like something happened in between those couple of days where I don't know if he tweaked it during practice. And I just want to make clear, this is speculation. This is me guessing. I'm not saying I'm not reporting anything here.
Right.
Did something happen where he tweaked it? Is his knee not as ready to go as we thought it was? Did something go wrong in one of these games that set him back? It's very fishy to me, to be quite honest, because you don't load manage for the first game of the season. You don't load manage for the first game and then say, oh, maybe I'll be back for the second game, when the second game is the first night of a back-to-back. So if he's going to hold out for load management, that means he's just missing the first 2 games so that he can come and play his first game here at the United Center on Saturday. I don't buy it. I think that's just super unlikely given the way that they're going about it. It's also not listed as load management. They're not like preventing any. They're not trying. Like load management to me implies that they are. They're like holding him back from doing too much, such that something bad could happen. This is like injury maintenance, injury management, which means they are trying to like maintain pain, and so. That's a big concern to me. That's a huge red flag. You go into a season and like forget about like the max player stuff. Forget about fighting through all the pain and the injuries last year. Like you cannot afford to lose your second best player. You're already out your third or fourth best player. This is like really bad news for me.
Yeah, it's not the way you want to start the season. And I'll keep it short because I want to go to Matt. When we first reported this, or it was first reported that he was questionable, I wasn't too concerned at all because Zach always plays with those kind of hurt. I've seen him do that. Play with these kind of injuries. All that. Correct. That's what I was getting. Exactly. But the thing is different now. You know what I mean? He's got the check. He's got this. Now he can take a break on some things like that, which I don't think is not a smart decision. It's just different. You know what I mean? It's just different from what I've seen.
I think for him, it's smart.
No, it's very smart. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying it's different from what I've seen previously. And obviously it's because of the money. I'm not saying it's not smart. Yeah. If you're not feeling well, you sit. You know what I mean? You injure. Like we used to say that when he was trying to play. Like, dude, you want to go sit down? Like, no, he wanted to play. So I get it. Money and getting that. And I'm sure for a lesser extent or maybe even more of an extent for him, family, those kind of things come into play. All that stuff. Got a newborn, got a wife. All that stuff comes into play. But what threw me, what throws me is the miscommunication on certain things that's going on now. Because like you said, Friday, he said he felt great. Tuesday, he's questionable. Then we hear from Billy, like, well, there was no soreness. But we heard from Zach, we heard from Billy that there was soreness. And then we hear from Zach, there wasn't any soreness. It's all good. You know what I mean? And then it's, well, I might just sit out Friday too because, it's a back-to-back. All of that is very confusing now to me because that's what does it for me, Will. Like you said, you don't start the season like this.
It's a lack of transparency.
Yes.
When you asked Billy about who practiced, it was Javante at hit pointer. He didn't play. It's not a big deal. He's coming back tomorrow. It's Kobe had a knee with somebody.
Right.
They held him out. They took an MRI. They put a pad on it.
Right.
He's back the next day.
Right.
With Lonzo, it's 4 to 6 weeks. We're not sure what happened.
Right.
It's not a setback. He's just not ready to go after the 6-week timetable.
Right.
He's going to be fine over the summer, and then all of a sudden needs another surgery. It's the same thing with Zach. The communication has not been consistent. And to me, it's like, it's not about whether he sits out this game or that game. It's the knee is still a concern.
Yeah.
After the surgery. That is the problem. I don't care about like how you manage it. It's that the thing still exists.
Yeah, you still have pain. The thing we were trying to take care of is still a problem and still lingering. And now that's 2 players that are like that now. You know what I mean? Still with issues in their knees that are lingering.
And I brought it up several times over the offseason.
Yes,
this is the same procedure that Lonzo had. I don't know why nobody's talking about it because everybody was saying that it seemed fine, that he was ready to go, that he was working out, and then he played a couple of preseason games. So I'm not sure what went wrong, if he was just having trouble ramping up.
Yeah.
But again, that's the problem is one, there's pain still, and 2, the communication and lack thereof has been really problematic to me.
But I also look at those preseason games differently now because I remember when he played in that first one, he sat out the entire second half.
And we were talking about, it's fine. He's just playing his way into shape.
That sounds normal,
look great,
right?
But
you know what I mean? Like it just feels normal. Like, players do that. He sat out the game. Yeah, of course, DeMar sat out the game. You know what I mean? Like those are normal things. And then this comes out and it makes you just reevaluate all of it. You know what I mean? And look at it completely different. So it's not good news. It's just not good news, man. It's not. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Matthew Peck.
I'm sorry. Did you want me to say something? I was just stewing over here and enjoying listening to you guys talk about
I was watching you like writhing in pain as I was
logical, sensible manner.
Yeah, nobody wants that.
All right.
Give the people what they want.
Before I say what I'm going to say, I'm going to ask one thing of our fellow Bulls fans hanging out, watching with us. We got 220 or so people watching pregame. Bless your hearts. Hit that like button.
Yes.
Please and thank you. Second thing I will preface this with is What's about to come out of my mouth is probably an overreaction of some kind. All right, it's who I am. I am reactionary as a Chicago Bulls fan, as a Chicago sports fan. It's who I am. I'm lost, guys. My brain is thinking, hit that panic button. Worst case scenario, season's over. Zach's not going to play. Zach's knee is toast. And I'm trying to talk myself off of that ledge. But I'm mostly mad at two things / two groups of people.
Okay.
One of them is what Will was just talking about with the lack of transparency and communication here. And I don't know if it is Bulls PR or the medical staff or Zach or Billy or whoever. But whoever is responsible for this dog shit communication of what the hell has been going on with Zach and his knee for the last week or two, don't piss on me and tell me it's raining. What the hell is this? Oh, he's fine. Oh, he's going to play. Zach, I feel great. Just kidding. Knee management, not load management. He's not injured. It's not a specific pain. It's just management. What the hell is management? It's the season opener. He played in 2.5 preseason games. Should he not have played in those? What is this? Secondly, what drew me even more freaking crazy today is the people out there who claim to be loyal, diehard Bulls fans in my mentions and all over Bulls Twitter using this to say, I told y'all so. Signing Zach to that contract was the biggest mistake in the world. Zach sucks. I knew he wouldn't deliver. I knew his knee was bust, and now he got two guys with Zach and Lonzo with bum knees. This all sucks, and I told you so. Contract was a mistake. Are you kidding me? Are you serious right now? That's what you wanted to say with this opportunity, with this piece of news, to try to claim that you were right about not being in favor of signing Zach LaVine to that contract, which he 110% earned? Man, get all the way the F out of here with bullshit takes like that. I'm mad at how the Bulls have handled this from a communication standpoint. I'm frustrated that we do not have one of our two All-Stars for our opening night of the season, but mostly I'm ashamed of the Bulls fans who behaved the way they did on Twitter today. I'm overreacting. Other people overreacted more than I am right now for the wrong freaking reasons. God! Okay, I'm done.
I don't even think that was an overreact. I mean, this has really disaster potential here. People are talking about tanking for Wembanyama. They can't do that.
Yeah.
That's not on the table.
Yeah.
They don't have their pick. I mean, it's top 4 protected to the Magic. This is a bad situation to be in, and I just hope that it's not a long-term thing.
Joey, could you grab Matt's hat, please?
You can leave it there.
The great part about that was watching Joey try to hold in his laughter the entire time.
Why hold it in, Joey?
Like, let it out. It's okay, Joey. He's a producer. You know what I mean? Producers know to be quiet while, guys are on the microphone and stuff like that.
He's got a mute button.
He didn't want to.
It's my job to guide the content of the show, and I'm sitting here like, this is exactly what we need.
This is just what we want right here. But this is why I was, because, again, Peck speaks for the Bulls Nation. This is a lot of Bulls Nation feel exactly like this, and rightfully so, which is why I'm not here to bombard you with Captain Positivity over here. I'm not about to do that to you because it's not a happy situation. It's messed up. You know what I mean? I look at things differently, of course. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to say, hey, guys, go chin up. I'm not going to do that to you, man. That's bullshit. I'm not going to mess with y'all like that at all because I don't even believe that. So I wouldn't do that. You know what I mean? But, yeah, man, it sucks. Like, and Matt's right. Like, the one thing that's annoying is a problem I thought that we were done dealing with, which is the communication. I thought we were done with that, honestly. I thought we were finished with that. Like, guys being straightforward, you know what I mean, letting us know. We joked on this show about how they dropped the news, like getting on a plane, like, hey, guys, something wrong with Zach. We got to go. Bye. We make jokes about that. But now we see, like, that there was some truth in that. You know what I mean? There's some real truth in that. And how they presented that. And it just sucks that we're still kind of here. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be here dealing with that.
Amen.
It just sucks, man. It sucks. And we got a game. We got a
should we spin this forward? Like, what's the outlook here?
And we got a game. I'm in meathead mode, so I don't know if you want any of my takes right here.
I mean, we might need it.
What's the outlook? What's the outlook? Bet the Heat to cover whatever the live spread is right now.
Yeah. It should be interesting, man. I mean, because now of course, obviously you make it a little easier and simpler for who they guard, and how they guard them. But the question, I don't know how they come in Do they still think the Bulls are who they were last year? Because Vooch was not great against the Heat. You remember me constantly yelling about Dwayne Dedmon doing Vucevic, and how that drove me absolutely bonkers. I don't think that's going to happen again. But it's going to be interesting to see how they defend them. Are they going to come in like, oh yeah, they don't have Zach, it's the Bulls, whatever, or are they going to take it like the Heat usually do? You know what I'm saying? Balls to the wall, put that defense on you, and go.
Well, they've got, I feel like in some ways, as much to prove as any team in the East. Mm-hmm. People are talking about the team that went to the Eastern Conference Finals, played 7 games, lost barely, maybe just by like the heel over the sideline out by Max Strus. And they lost PJ Tucker. Nobody's taking them as seriously. Like, they've got a lot to prove. So, yeah, True. I mean, this is also opening night. It's their home opener.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough game, but it's also like an opportunity for the Bulls to go at and really sort of disprove this idea that they can't beat any of the East's top teams. Like
Great point.
That's what this team is trying to do this year. Compete with some of those good teams. And they're not going to have Zach tonight. It seems like they might not have him on Wednesday, but like this is
tonight is Wednesday.
This is what the problem. I'm sorry, on Friday. This was their problem last year, was that they had zero ability to step up in the face of adversity.
Yes.
And so
they facing it from game one.
They're facing it. They got to step up.
You put to all of it is put to the continuity and all that. It's put to the test tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of that is put to the test tonight. So it's going to be interesting. I'm still looking forward to honestly watching the bench, because I remember saying that to you, how excited I am to watch the Bulls bench. I still feel that way. I'm excited just about what it looks like and to see how that defense works. Caruso in the starting lineup, yes, that's the move you make. You put him in the starting lineup. I don't want it there because he gets in foul trouble so early, and I just want him more with the second unit, but you have to start him. He has to be there. Does this mean Dalen Terry gets ticked tonight? Do they shorten their rotation? All those things, it's just so many more questions now, with Zach LaVine not being out there. So I'm still interested to watch. I'm still rooting for the Bulls.
Of course.
It's what it is, man. But it sucks. It sucks.
Yeah. Look, it was going to be really hard to come on this pregame show and put on a happy, optimistic face. The news that we got today sucked.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any going around that or shying away from that. This sucks. Maybe it's partly that we are at fault for dealing with all of the craziness and confusion about what the heck has been going on with Lonzo. To some degree, we took Zach LaVine having early offseason procedure
5 months ago,
and then telling us through training camp and preseason, he feels good.
Yeah.
Even though we observed that he looked a little rusty, his rhythm just looked off a little bit. His shots weren't falling, but we thought that was just rust of a guy who hadn't played 5-on-5 competitively
correct,
since the Bulls series against the Bucks. Maybe we were too quick to say to ourselves, we're too busy worried about Lonzo. Let's all just cross our fingers and assume that Zach will be fine, because Zach and the Bulls are telling us that Zach is fine.
Yeah.
And it sucks that hook came back to blindside us, because I don't think Bulls fans deserve that. We deserved to believe that Zach was going to be fine and Zach will be playing in their game on opening night. But he's not, because of management. And we don't really know what the F kind of management we're talking about. And that is not fair to Bulls fans, and it's something that all of us are completely valid to be upset about right now.
All facts. I ain't got nothing to add to that.
It's also just like, okay, the last 3 or 4 seasons before the DeMar era have just not counted, right? Before that, it was Rondo broke his thumb in the playoffs. It was Derrick Rose has been out for 5 years. Like, when are we ever going to be healthy? And now, like, last year with Lonzo and this year now with Zach and Lonzo, it's like, give me a break.
Oh, my
with
God.
these
If we
injuries.
start to hear the phrase ramping up with Zach, I'm going to throw this laptop through the freaking window.
Don't do that. Throw the hat through the window.
Ramping up and ramping down. Can't take it. I can't take it, you guys. Hey, look, it's 6:30.
It's game time.
Time for tip-off. One more time, thanks everybody for hanging out with us in pregame. Hit that thumbs up button on this pregame episode if you haven't already. We really appreciate it.
Yes.
And let's leave on this positive note from Christian in the comments, who said, hey guys, first game of the season, anything can happen. Let's be positive. Bulls basketball is back. Happy watching from Australia. Mad love to all of our Bulls fans down there in Australia. I saw you in the comments earlier as well, Troy. Shout out to you. And hey, speaking of Australia, I think our pal Marquet is going to join us for postgame.
Hey, more positivity on the way.
We can rely on Marquet to talk me off the ledge. Yes.
Oh, you know he's all about that. Talking you off the ledge is what he's all about.
Optimistic Mark. He had 44
Hey,
wins.
that's true. He picked the Bulls to win more games than I
have
did
to
this
revise
season.
that opinion.
All right, Bulls Nation, enjoy the game. Hopefully, we're talking about a W back here on postgame in these very same seats in, I don't know,
Is gonna be
2.5, 3 hours. We will see you right back here for postgame. For Joey, for Will, for Big Dave, I'm Peck. Appreciate you, Bulls Nation. See you, Red. Be good. Go Bulls. Go